Ladies and gentlemen, the first critique of a DoorDash $200 review is in, and we have to talk about it today with some bonus stuff on the back end of this video as well. Before we get started, I am not in any way trying to attack this person. I hope that if she does see this video, she is not offended by what I'm going to bring. And I'm not trying to pick on her. I'm not trying to encourage you or anyone else to pick on her. I just want to bring some awareness of how things are done and how that some people are not satisfied with the initial review by DoorDash. And that if you are new to the party, she is charging $200 for a review. In my opinion, reviews should be free, and you can find them free. And that's exactly what we're going to do today is a free channel review. Now, I have had people reach out to me in the comment section about reviews. If you guys want me to do a review of your YouTube channel, which I'm just a regular dude, I'm not a professional, I'm not like the vidIQ guys, I'm just a regular view giving first impression thoughts based off of what I've done with my channel and what I've seen other people do with their channel. So again, this is no offense to the person that we're about to talk about today, and I am in no way trying to bring any negative attention to this individual, okay? It is not her fault. I don't want to do that. So don't go attacking the person, leaving mean comments. That's not what this is about. But I wanted to show you something here. This is coming from Yo's Way of Life. This was one of the people that DoorDash reviewed for $200. She did pay, and this review was under 6 minutes. DoorDash made $33 a minute. Here's what she said. Hey, DoorDash, can I say something without offending you? I feel like you kind of rushed through my channel, being that you didn't show any of my content. But I do believe that when it's my time, it will happen. But I do thank you for your advice. Well, that is very awesome. Very kind lady. No pushback, no negative connotations there. But to me, some people don't know any better. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert my 2 cents that she did not ask for. And again, I'm not trying to offend her or anybody else. I'm just trying to show you one of the ways a proper first impression review can be done. Because let's make it very clear, all right? For a review to really be done, you've got to dive into your analytics. You are the secret to your channel. And because you have information, you're the only one that can access that information without giving someone else permission to access that information. It's up to you to fix it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to give my version of a review for free, and let's see how I do. Now, you can critique me, doesn't matter. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. And what I say is not the law. It's going to be different for everybody. It might be some things that are the same, but mostly this is just from my experience of 5+ years of being on this platform, successes and failures. Here's a couple of things I could say. All right. Now, this is constructive criticism. There's no ill intent in any of the things I'm about to say. All right. So DoorDash talks about the importance of a banner and an avatar. That is false. Those things are great. Those are aesthetically pleasing, but they do not mean what you think they mean. All right. So the first thing that I would do if I saw her banner is I like where it's positioned, because what you may not know, on a cell phone, you're only going to see this. Most people are going to view your content from a cell phone. But I bet you didn't know, or maybe you did, that you can see exactly where your content is coming from, who's watching it, and where they're watching it, on what device, computer, cell phone, tablet. You can see all of that stuff. Did you know that there are 3 different versions of your banner that people see? On a cell phone, you're only going to see this right here. So what I would do if I was Yo, I would make this where it is readable. It pops out. Whether it is, I'm not really worried about the size as I am the font. It has to be where it's easily readable. And cursive is not the easiest thing to read, but she's got it positioned perfectly. On a computer, you're going to see the 2 sides. Now, if you wanted to, you could add something over here, maybe one of your dishes. You could add your face. You could do that. That's not super important, but it's aesthetically pleasing if you want to go. Don't clutter it up too much. You can add a background of some sort, because most of your content is probably going to be viewed on a cell phone. And if they do go to your channel, they're not going to see this they're going to see this, but they need to be able to read it. Let me show you the perfect example, but we'll get into her a little bit later because I want to show you a person you could kind of look at if you wanted to have a channel kind of like theirs. And this is all I do. This is how I became successful. You watch other content creators, you incorporate certain things that they do, you turn them into your own. You don't steal. You make it your own, you put your own spin on it, and you can kind of mimic their success. All right. So avatar's fine. Perfect. Banner. Okay. Make it legible. That's it. Where it's instantly legible. But people have to go to your channel to see this. In order to go to your channel, first, they got to click on your video. And in order for them to get them to do that, you have to have a thumbnail that makes them click. Now, here's what I do. And just for the record, if DoDash starts doing this stuff, you know where she got it from. The first thing I do, I look at a person's subscriber to video, their ratio. She has 291 videos and she has 322 subscribers. So she averages a little more than one subscriber per video average. That is not that bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. So that's a good start. What I do is I look at her most popular. You have latest. Well, yeah. First I look at the most popular because I want to see what content that she does. Her most popular video has 245 views, and it's from 1 month ago. All right, we're gonna come back to that. Let's go back to her latest. She made a video 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 7 days ago. What is it that you notice about outside of her consistency? Because consistency is important. So over the last week, she's been super consistent, pretty consistent. 3 weeks, a month. So I'm trying to figure out, does she make one video a week? You go here. She made a video 7 months ago, and then there was a 6-month gap. So that's already, you got to be consistent, more consistent than that. If you are doing food reviews, maybe you can do one every week. Maybe you can do one every couple of days, whatever it is. If you're going to do more content, it might be hard to push out super edited content, super quality every day, every 3 days, especially if you don't have an editor. So if you're going to make super quality content that takes you long times to make, I would make a video once a week, once a month, once every 2 weeks, whatever fits in your schedule. But you got to get more consistent. Consistency is key. It is super important. The second thing that I notice is I can't really read what's going on her thumbnails. If you are going to make videos, you got to be able to see, like this video here. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm allergic to fish, so I know nothing about this. I don't know what's in her hand. I do like the photo, but I don't know what's in her hand. So she could probably have, she has to have a thumbnail that's legible. And this is, how many of you read the thumbnail before you read the title of the video? This thumbnail, that's called click-through rate. A thumbnail shown to you is called an impression. If it is on your screen for 1 second or more, it counts as an impression. Okay? So nothing about her thumbnails pop out. Let's go to her most popular video. But Derek, there's no words on this thumbnail. Very true. But what catches your attention? The dish itself. The way that I don't even know what this is. The noodles, the way that they're in contrast to the dish in the middle, that's enough for me to click on it. Then, okay, ASMR, which means that there is no talking to very little talking. But let's look at her next most popular video from 1 year ago. Can't really see what's going on. Another thing that I notice is a different font. She uses a lot of different fonts. Very few of them are legible. So what I would do is I would stick with a font. I would make it legible. All right. If you do like this type of thing where you can make this work, but you've got to have kind of a legible font because the thumbnail is what's going to catch people, and have some consistency. It's okay to play around with fonts until you find the right one. But check this out. It's not what you want to see. It's what's working for your audience. So here's again where analytical data comes in. You would go to your analytics. You would go to this video. You would go to the analytics of this video. You would look at the impressions. It would say reach. Reach will give you a tab that gives you number of impressions and how many people clicked on it, which equal views. Well, views take about 30 seconds to register. So that's what you would do. Look at your best content, go to your analytics, which is why analytics are the key to you being successful. But I want to take let's look at your banner and let's look at a channel that I would recommend that you go and kind of see what they do, see what kind of stuff that they do that you might like to do, and maybe be inspired by their content. This lady here is so good. She does a lot of ASMR videos, a lot of cooking, a lot of things like that. Look at this. Right to the point. It's so good. It's not huge, but it's legible. It's so good. She has 615 videos, 1 million subscribers. And she makes very similar content to you as well. So again, you're going to find people that are successful, super successful. You're going to look at their videos. You're going to see what you can make your own, and then you're going to go from there. Now, I clicked on some of this individual's videos, and one thing that I noticed is there's a lot of noise in the video, a lot of outside noise. So it's not just the skillet, and it's a lot of outside noise as well. So when you can, I would invest in a microphone that will reduce the noise coming from outside of your voice. Because audio, a lot of people think it's visual. Audio is the biggest quality, the biggest kind of turnoff when somebody is watching the channel. It's the biggest. You can make the worst looking video, but if you can hear it, if the person can hear it, then they'll watch for longer periods of time. All right. So again, nothing, and I'm not trying to be overly critical, but there's nothing about your thumbnails that pop out. There's nothing about, the thumbnails that pop up. You can't read them. So the dish has to come through and catch you. And there's no distinguishing. In addition to that, let's look at what type of content she has. It seems to be about food. Now, eventually I can work my way to the banner, to the channel, and I'll click on this and I'll see right away, mom of 3, wife, cooking, shopping, makeup. Okay, here's where analytical data comes in at. You got to look. So she has a lot of food looking content. Then she has a eyebrow tutorial, I believe. So that's 2 different type of contents. That's kind of a get ready with me versus cooking. So more like a vlog. So it looks like she does a mixture of vlogs and cooking content, which is doable. It's doable if you want to. But it's going to be harder to niche down on an audience because somebody might be looking for a vlog, or interested in your vlogs, but then you start cooking it and they might not be. Now this video should have been a banger because I remember the pink sauce going crazy a couple years ago. So, I mean, decent thumbnail. I like how the words are stand out because I'm going to be real. One of the things that I probably would do is get a bold font, a lot of bold, but it has to be readable. It has to be where you can read it. So it's a lot of, but the most of her content looks to do with cooking. Again, but you've got consistency issues. You have thumbnail, no clarity. It's not very clear. You have different types of content for different niches. So what I would do is pick a font that's legible, make it where you can read it. It can be a few words. I wouldn't overcrowd it. I like what she's doing with the person has to know what they're getting from the video just by the thumbnail. Because if they don't like the thumbnail, they're probably not going to click on the title or on the video, right? So that's what I would do. That's just my 2 cents on Yo's Way of Life. Again, not to attack her. Don't go leaving comments. This is not, I was considering even if I wanted to do this because she didn't ask me, but her YouTube channel is public. If I wanted to, I could just start picking random people and reviewing them. I am not here to criticize her or bring any type of smoke or heat her way. I'm not, I guess I'm getting a bad reputation because of my endeavor to stop what Dodash is doing. But you can see there that I spent much more time. There's no doubt in my mind that I gave her better advice. All of that other stuff was fluff, and unfortunately, it was nonsense. When a person is going to get to know you from your videos, not from your channel banner, not from none of that stuff matters. Next time, I want you to pay attention. There's multiple channels that have no banner and whatever letter avatar that YouTube gives you by default and have millions of subs. That is the last thing you should worry about. As a matter of fact, my recommendation to you as a new potential content creator would be make content. Don't worry about the banner or the avatar. Make content. That's the last thing you should be worried about. If you want to use Canva, which is great. I actually use Canva. I use the pro version. It is a subscription fee. If you want to pay an artist, somebody from Fiverr or other websites to do it, that is okay as well. But the main priority is once you pick a niche, once you have an idea of how you want to make content, what your content should be about, do you have a passion? Have a passion for the content you're going to make. I would recommend niching down to one thing. It's okay to start another channel if that's what you want to do. It's a lot of work. It could be something you're not ready for. But I would look into your analytics, see what's working. A lot of people get confused by what they want to watch when it is what their audience wants to see. That's what you should go by. And in order to do that, you have to go into your analytics that only you have access to and narrow down what your audience wants to see. Everything is in your analytics. And this goes to everybody, not just her. It goes, your analytics can help you more than any person can. The only thing I could do is maybe help you or tell you what you can look for in order to really buckle down on things. And if you do that, you can have the success you're looking for. I'm not going to promise you view counts. I'm not going to promise you subs because subs are a different conversation. And we're going to make a video about subscribers versus viewers. All right. And yeah, why that's kind of important is important and not important at the same time. So anyway, hope that helps. Do not attack this person. If there's anybody else that wants a channel review, let me know. Again, I'm going to make a form when I have time. I got a lot of stuff going on. The kid, multiple channels. If you want a channel review, it'll be very similar to this one, but you can use this as a template for your channel. And now a lot of stuff might be repeat, but we can do it live. We can do it unlisted, however you want to do it. We can also go behind the scenes too. If you want me to go behind the scenes in your content and help you there, then we can do that too. I hope this helps. And again, make sure, guys, that you review. If you're going to spend $200 on anything, you know that you would spend massive times reviewing things. You're not going to give somebody or spend $200 without thoroughly reviewing it. That's all I'm asking you to do. I hope this helps, and I hope you know I didn't mean any harm.